So this train, going crazy with its wipers, is brand new. It just entered service today. It's not really brand new, it's technically a refurbishment of an existing train, but we'll talk more about that later in the video. Hello, this is the South Western Railway new Class 458-4, and here's what it's like.
So my journey started at London Waterloo platform 16, where we could see it pulling in alongside its unrefurbished counterpart to form the 1522 service to Weybridge via Addlestone.
So I'm on the train now, and first impressions are it's really nice. I've actually heard some passengers saying that they thought this was the first class section because it's just that much of an upgrade compared with what it was like before. So yeah, first impressions are definitely very good. The air conditioning is also working very well, which is nice because it's a hot day today.
The first thing I decided to do was head to the back of the train to the first class section. The seats here have slightly winged headrests with plug sockets underneath. As well as this, the tables have wireless phone charging, which, as demonstrated later in the trip, did work. In standard class, it's much the same. The seats also have charging sockets underneath and a large table, though there is no wireless charging and a more standard design of headrest.
So because of the late arrival of this train, we skipped Vauxhall and Queenstown Road, but we're now pulling into Clapham Junction, and I'm going to be staying on this train all the way to Weybridge and then come back the other way. But so far, for my explore of the train, it's pretty nice. So this disabled seating area is so spacious. It's fantastic. It's really good. Lots of space for wheelchairs or bikes or whatever, really.
The toilets, on the other hand, really weren't great. They're not terrible, but it's also very obvious they haven't been refurbished to the same quality as the rest of the train, which is a shame.
What's going on with these trains? Well, first of all, history of the Class 458s. There was the 458-0, which was a 100 mile an hour 458 made of 4 carriages. Then they modified that to be a 5-car train by stealing a bunch of carriages from the Class 460, and you can look at it today and you can still see that one of the carriages is different. So those are probably the 458s you're used to seeing. And now what they've done with this train, the 458-4, is they've been converting it back into a 4-car 100 mile an hour train. And the reason for this is because they had been planning to use the Class 442s on the Portsmouth Direct line, but they were too unreliable, so they've decided they're going to convert these trains instead, which is why it's got a bit more of an intercity configuration. But with that said, it's only running metro commuter services at the moment. Also, this carriage is way hotter, so I was complimenting the air conditioning earlier. I'm not complimenting it for this one, so South Western Railway, sort that out. Anyway, so I've actually sat down in the first class area that I was filming earlier, and I have to say, I'm not that impressed by it. I mean, it's nice, the heads have a good, the headrests have a good shape and stuff, but the seats, if anything, they seem less comfortable than the standard class. Maybe that's just my mind playing tricks on me. So yeah, if I'd paid extra for this and I was sitting here all the way to Portsmouth, I'd be a bit annoyed, frankly.
It was also while in the first class area that I bumped into Daniel from the TfL3 and Willow from the Transport Trio. I'll leave a link to their videos in the description.
So, all this filming is starting to slowly drain my battery, so I'm doing the important plug test to see if it works. I'd be very disappointed if it doesn't, but it works. There we go. Awesome.
After this, I went back into standard class to try out the airline style seats, and was very impressed by their legroom, as well as the large tray table, so they're definitely much better than I'd been expecting.
So the thought that's just occurred to me as we've just pulled out of Staines is this the most varied fleet South Western Railway is going to have for possibly, I don't know ever, but definitely from now onwards, I think this is the most varied it's going to be. Because what have South Western Railway got in their fleet? They've got the 158s, the 159s, the 444s, the 450s, and then on the suburban fleet, and this is where we're likely to see a bit of a reduction, you've got the 455s, the 458-5s, and the 707s, right? But now you've got this as well, 458-4. That's quite a variety of trains, and obviously because the 701s increasingly are going to be replacing the 707s. Did I list 707 a minute ago? They're replacing the 707s, the 455s, and the 458-5s. Then, you know, I think right now it's the most variety we're likely to see in the South Western Railway fleet for a while. So that's just an interesting thought that's just occurred to me.
Welcome to Weybridge station, where you can change for much faster.
So, we have just arrived at Weybridge, which is the end of the line for this train, although it's going to sit here for 20 minutes, half an hour, and then head back into London. I've moved back to the standard class area, and I'm not crazy. The seats genuinely are more comfortable in standard class than they were in first class. I thought I was going crazy. I was moving back and forth between the two to compare, but genuinely they are better in standard class. So the only reason I see to pay for a first class ticket on these trains is if for some reason you really want wireless charging, or you really want a winged headrest, maybe if you're sleeping, or maybe also if standard class area ends up getting overcrowded. But otherwise, just get first class. It's better.
First class?
Standard class. You know what I mean? It's better in standard class. We've travelled from Weybridge through to here at Virginia Water and then stopped. We've been sat here for like, how long? 10 minutes? 15? Too long. So hopefully everything's okay. Maybe it isn't. I guess we'll find out.
So we ended up being stuck at Virginia Water for about half an hour in total while the police dealt with an incident, but eventually we did get moving again.
So we just had a pretty big announcement. We're running fast from Staines because you've just seen the whole delay we had at Virginia Water because of the police incident. But now we're stopping at Staines and then we're going straight to Waterloo.
We're going to be passing It could be via Richmond now.
That means we're going to be passing through
Yeah, it could be.
the Windsor platforms fast at Clapham Junction.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. It could.
That's
I'm not complaining because if nothing else, you've got to
we're not in a
remember.
hurry.
Well, no, you've got to remember these trains will be running at higher
Fast.
speeds on the
Yeah,
Portsmouth Direct.
Yeah.
We'll be able to see what it's
It'll put
like
them
because
in
if it's
paces.
really bumpy at higher speeds, then we'll be able to say, "Boo, these trains are rubbish." Because
Well,
you know
these trains
we
are
haven't had a
rubbish.
chance to experience that.
Yeah, because currently we just
We've
sit
never
on
got
Weybridge.
We've never got above like what 50.
Yeah.
You know, so it'll be good to experience a bit of speed and
welcome
see
to
how well it
Eggham
does.
Station.
So here we are at Staines. It's a lovely sunny day, but from here, non-stop to Waterloo, which should be fun. We're going via Hounslow. Now everyone was predicting we'd go via Richmond.
Yes,
considering
we were
we're going
wrong.
non-stop.
We were wrong.
We were all
We all
wrong.
look stupid now.
Yeah.
So we never really got above 60 on the return journey, but the train remained smooth enough the whole time, so I feel confident in saying that it will do well on the Portsmouth Direct line.
So we've made it to London Waterloo, which is where this train terminates. We're not quite sure what it's doing now. It might be going to Twickenham, it might be going back to the depot, but anyway, this is where I'm including things. Let's head to the end, take some pictures, and then I'll end the video. So as the train pulls out behind me, I'm going to thank you all very much for watching. Press the buttons, subscribe, like. These guys have come to photobomb me. Hey!
Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Bye for now.
There'll be
Bye-bye.
there'll be things appearing on screen that you can click. See you in the next one.
Goodbye.
Bye.